I was that little kid that always had it in my head that I was just gonna go. I really didn't even know what college was, but I was like, look, I'm gonna go to college. I kind of always knew I was first gen, just because when I asked my parents for help with the college application, they were like, I don't know what to tell you.
I did know that I didn't have as much as other people, but soon after I got to college, I realized that we really hadn't prepared. We were thinking about the tuition, but we didn't think about books.
It's kind of those, little combination of small problems that don't seem like they would be a big deal that kind of add up for low-income students.
I realized I was a FLI student at the FLI pre-orientation because there were just a bunch of other people around me who identified as FLI.
First, it was surprising because that was the first time that I heard of the term. But then after seeing the community and talking with them, I felt welcome because I know that there are other people like me facing the same challenges.
Then I realized, okay, so I've got a community here. It really gave me my first sense of community at Johns Hopkins because it was great to see other people who identified in the same way that I did.
Going to the pre-orientation was the first time I was proud of being a FLI student, and I realized that even though for most of my life I was excluded or I felt different or I felt inadequate in who I was, I realized that it was something that had its own advantages and I could be proud of.
I think folks typically see their identities as a deficiency. I was able to really actualize it and see it as a powerful tool for me to dictate my trajectory.
I realized since I didn't have that knowledge within my family of the college experience, I was going to have to lean on administrators and professors who were there and were willing to guide me.
There are challenges that are going to be unique to FLI students, and you don't really have people to talk to, or at least you don't think you do, but they are around you. So relax, everything's fine. Just calm down and breathe. Just keep moving forward.
I do not feel any more alone because I know that there's people who are facing the same challenges and even same financial challenges, but are still pushing forward for their academic goals.
Don't think of any of your identities, whether they be income or anything else like that. Don't think of them as barriers to kind of have to navigate around in the social realm. Think of them as things you can kind of grow off of, and it'll make you a better person.
As someone who grew up feeling very excluded, I want you to know that can be to your benefit as well, because if you don't have societal expectations tying you down as much, you have the freedom to be independent and you have the freedom to shape yourself more.
Don't be ashamed to ask for help. That's just the culture of how you become successful.
Form your community. The academics fall into place, the social life falls into place once you form the community, because that's a group of people that can relate to you on many different levels, and once you find that, everything gets easier.
Understand that though we have limitations, we can also push ourselves to see how far we can go. And so to not be afraid to fail as many times as you can. Hopefully you have more successes than failures, but to not be afraid. Be fearless.